In the trenches. Break it for you, turn it way up. It's like when to get down, so let's run it up. In the trenches. Throw my elbows up and my money out. It's like when to get down, so let's run it up. Throw my elbows up and my money out. Yeah, it's a race against the clock. Yeah, once I get a taste, and it's impossible to stop. You smell it, you're placing, I'll keep rising to the top. I wish I do it for myself, but also do it for my block. You can catch me in the pit. I'm breaking necks and I'm wilding out. Reckless energy, I'm never signing out. Throw my elbows up. You crank that volume, turn it way up.
Good afternoon, CryptoStronger happy hour. We are with another amazing merchant here at the Ansar conference, and very unusual and unique products that I've been seeing amongst the merchants here, and this is just another fantastic one, really that comes straight, pretty much from the land here in Anguilla, right? And so I'm going to introduce to you, and I hope I'm saying your name correctly, Avenella, right? Griffith, and she has this beautiful book called Sandy Ground Tales Boatman.
Right over here. That's a local sailing boat. It's locally made, and the guys race them. And so what they're doing right now is they're what we call trying the boats. They're testing it, and then he's gonna sail back. They're probably about 30 men on that boat. They're gonna sit about probably, I would say between 20 and 30, and they're gonna test it out, and they're gonna sail back to the other 4 or 5 up there, and then they're gonna have a whistle blown, and they're gonna start the race.
What is it? Let me come and touch your black guy.
I hope you get to see it. Now, our biggest days of racing is in the first week of August. It's a beauty. You have thousands of people that fill the beach, and you have about 12, 15 boats, and they have different color sails. The boats are different color. And so when the whistle blows, first we used to use gunshots, but we don't do that anymore. And so they start, and you have people crowding the hills up there, the hills over there, because that's North Hill and this is South Hill, and Sandy Ground is in the middle. And so I grew up right down into Sandy Ground, and Sandy Ground is probably, I believe, our most important village on the island, because it has our only pier that's built for importing products. And so everything that comes in cargo wise, I would say 95% of it comes in here. Our salt, the pond that you see beyond.
We interrupt your normally scheduled programming for a breaking news.
We're about 105, 110, trying to catch up. They're still a little ways away. Pretty good traffic. Still south of that there one. We're about 105, 110, trying to catch up. They're still a little ways away. Pretty good traffic.
on the bar. Do you see that pond? Because that's not sea. That is a pond. That supplied the financial revenue for Anguilla from the 1900s come down. So when our men would go to Santo Domingo on schooners to pick cane down there, our women during the summertime would go into that pond and we would pick salt. I would say probably tens of thousands of tons of salt came out of that, and it does so every year. Every year it yields salt. We would sell our salt to Trinidad, and they used to use it in the oil refineries until about 1983. About 1983, Trinidad started buying their salt from Venezuela, and that's when Anguilla decided to move the industry from being salt picking to being a high-end tourism destination.
Thank you for the amazing history. You could literally be like on the tourist board or something and just.
I do tours every now and again.
Okay, all right. Because I've learned a lot and I really appreciate it. Now let's get back to you because I don't want. What I would like for you to do is just give us a briefing of your products. Like you told me how they were made and, all of that great stuff.
Great. So we have a team effort here. Because I grew up in Sandy Ground, I'm in love with the sea. I'm in love with nature and what God has made. And ever since I grew up there, I've always walked the beach. There would be hundreds of these little animals. I would dig down and pick them up. And through my teenage years, I would always be at a beach. Always, always. And so I have been teaching for 33 and a half years, and I just resigned. But it's all good. It's time to move on. But another teacher, she's an art teacher. I'm a business teacher, and she is a spectacular artist. And so it just came about that we got together somehow, and I'm going to try to remember how it started initially, where I just collect a lot of stuff off the beach. My whole porch is filled with stuff off the beach. And so I do the collection of stuff like shells, rocks, sand. I go to the Keys. This first one here is Sandy Island. You've got to go to Sandy Island. Sandy Island is the best key in the world. I'm looking for something that might be Sandy Island-ish, like this here. This might be Sandy Island sand. Sandy Island is a pink sand beach. Pink. So you'll find a lot of pink items inside of Sandy Island sand. Like a lot of these stuff, but more pink. Beyond Sandy Island, that one there and this one here is called Prickly Pear Keys. And this is definitely prickly pear. Prickly pear.
Oh, I said crypto pear.
You thought you had gold. Prickly pear. So we have Prickly Pear Keys, and then beyond Prickly Pear, we have Dog Island. And so I go to the various keys. I also collect from each of the beaches.